Hey everybody, Merry almost Christmas. It is time to learn how to cut the perfect snowflake. This is a technique that was shown to me many years ago by a teacher at Corliss High School. She's a retired art teacher now. And I knew how to cut paper snowflakes before, but I never knew how to cut paper snowflakes like this. And I'm going to show you today. So what you'll need is you will need a square sheet of paper. It could have lines or it could be plain. Plain is probably better for this, but we're going to do the same fold like we did on one of the options for the last project, where we fold the corner over. We try to make a nice sharp point here at the edge, and then we flatten it out all the way across the top. And this little extra flap here, this is what we're going to cut off. So you will want some scissors for today if you got them. This is going to give us a perfectly square piece of paper. And we're going to do some other folding to kind of help us get this into a very small shape that we will then cut the pieces out of to make the snowflake. All right, so if I open this up, you'll see I've got one crease already going this way. I'm going to do is take this and fold over the opposite way and do the crease this way. Now, this is probably the trickiest part of this whole little project here. We have to fold this in a very specific way to get it into the shape that we need for cutting. So I'm going to bring this fold back up. I'm going to face it in front of me like a triangle. All right, and I've got a crease going down the center. And then I've got these two edges here, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these two edges over each other so that I get a shape that looks something like this. Looks like an arrowhead or a, I don't know, triangle at the bottom with 3 points at the top. So again, that's just taking these two, I'm going to call them the legs, and we're going to fold them over the top like that. And so now we have this shape. And then we'll fold this in half. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. The closer you are, the better, but there we go. Now when we cut, we're going to do all our cuts on the fold. And actually, this looks like a cool shape right now, but the first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of these 2 points up at the top, because when we unfold it, it's just going to be a square. So when I cut here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut some sort of random shape across the top. You kind of, get into it, do something interesting. There. And this can just be discarded. And now I've got this, it's getting smaller and smaller. And now I've got all these opportunities where I can cut in on the fold and cut shapes out and remove them. And the only thing I can't do is I can't go all the way through to this edge. Because if I cut through this edge, well, then my snowflake's going to fall apart. So let's just start to cut some shapes here. And you can be as intricate and as crazy with this as you want. There's an element of chance to this. You don't really know what you're going to get. And the only thing you can't do is cut all the way through to the other side. And if you do, just fold another one. So I'm just going to take out random pieces, get my garbage out of the way here. Let's see, I can do a couple more. Triangles, swirls, whatever you got in mind. Doesn't matter. And you can also cut the tip off at the bottom. I'll do something like that. Maybe I'll get close to it, but I won't cut it all the way off. Okay. So I have made a whole series of cuts into my snowflake here. And now is the moment of truth. I'm going to open it up, and this is where things get really cool. Check this out. Because of the way we folded it, we get a 6-sided figure, just like a real snowflake. And if I'm careful, flatten it out with a heavy book or something like that, and you're good to go. Each one will be different every time you do it. That's the beautiful part about it. Try it out.